What's up, guys, and thanks for joining me today on the very first episode of Slic Vic Film Talk. I'm Victor Hernandez, and basically what we're going to be discussing on this show are movies that are coming out, movies that have been out, casting news, trailers, anything that I find interesting that I think you guys will want to know, I'm going to talk about. So, let's get started. The very first topic we're going to discuss is Justice League. Justice League had a huge panel on San Diego Comic-Con about a week and a half ago. And there was a lot of controversy before the panel started regarding Ben Affleck on whether or not he will be returning as Batman after Justice League comes out. And, you know, it kind of worried a lot of fans. I know a lot of people didn't like Ben Affleck as Batman. I personally thought he was the best Batman we've ever had. But that's my opinion. And right before the panel went on, there was news broke saying, you know, he wants out. He doesn't want to be Batman anymore. And when the DC panel started, Chris Hardwick, who was hosting the panel, asked Ben Affleck straight up. He asked, listen, there's been some controversy and some rumors regarding you not wanting to be Batman anymore. You know, get a comment on it, and Ben Affleck said this. Let me be very clear. I am the luckiest guy in the world. Batman is the coolest part in any universe, DC or Marvel. I am so thrilled to do it. I know that put a lot of fans at ease, and I think that was the right thing to say at the moment. But what I took out of it was, let's see how Justice League does, and if it's received well, then I'll do it. I'll come back and do Matt Reeves' Batman. If not, I'm out. So that's what I took from his comment, basically. And I really hope it does well. I really think Ben Affleck was great as Batman. I really do. And I don't want to see him replaced just yet. I think there's a lot more they can do with his Batman. And let's just see what happens. Hopefully Justice League does well and Ben wants to stay. So let's see how that goes. Then after that, I think this was a couple of days later, after San Diego Comic-Con came and went, there was rumors that they're actually doing a lot of reshoots on Justice League. Zack Snyder was directing Justice League, and due to a tragedy that happened within his family, he exited the film. And the film was already done, I believe. I think they were still in the process of editing and doing some reshoots when he left, and they hired Joss Whedon to take over. And now there's rumors that they're doing a lot of reshoots, millions of dollars worth of reshoots, and they're saying it's going to be a different film. Anyway, a lot of the changes they wanted to do was with Henry Cavill. Being Superman. They need to do a lot more scenes with him being Superman, a lot of reshoots. Problem is, Henry Cavill thought he was done, and he is filming the new Mission Impossible sequel with Tom Cruise, and his character is required to have a mustache. He grew out a mustache, got a Tom Selleck thick mustache, and Warner Brothers asked people in Paramount who are doing the Mission Impossible movie, asked if he could shave his mustache, and Paramount said no. Listen, you guys had your shot with Henry, and now we're doing our movie, and his character has to have a mustache. So, I'm sorry, you guys have to work around that. So, what's going to happen is, they're going to do the reshoots with Henry Cavill with the mustache, and they're going to digitally remove it. I find that hilarious. Him, you know, in full Superman gear, with a big, thick 80s Tom Selleck mustache. It's funny. I wouldn't be able to hold a straight face. So let's see what happens with that. And there's also rumors that because of all these reshoots, the date might be pushed back for Justice League. It was supposed to come out this November. So, I mean, there hasn't been any confirmation on it. But, I mean, yeah, I want to see the movie. But if they're trying to fix the movie and trying to make it as good as they can, let them do it. I really don't care. I just want a good movie. So if that's what it takes, that's what it takes. If they have to spend extra time digitally removing Henry Cavill's mustache, make that movie as good as it can be, then they need to do it. So let's move on. Wonder Woman has been the talk lately too. Apparently, Warner Brothers is pushing for Oscar buzz, so the Academy Award could pay attention and consider Wonder Woman for an Oscar contender. I thought Wonder Woman was great. I loved the movie. I thought it was the right step forward for DC because DC really needed a winner, and it delivered. Gal Gadot shocked the hell out of me. I was one of those people who thought her casting was a mistake, and I couldn't have been more happier to be wrong. She was great. I don't think the movie, though, is Oscar worthy as far as Best Picture. I think there's a lot of things you could consider. I think it'd be nominated for Best Score. I thought the special effects were very good. That could hold up as an Oscar contender. But as far as even maybe director, I think Patty Jenkins did a tremendous job directing this movie. It's a tough call, you know. But yeah, I thought Wonder Woman was great. I don't think personally that it's Best Picture quality, but I thought it was probably the best superhero movie of the summer. This just broke out today. This actress here is Zazie Beetz. She's playing the character Domino in the new Deadpool sequel. And apparently in the comics, which I've never really read any Deadpool comics, but apparently her character was originally white. So of course, everyone's commenting online how, oh, why do they keep changing the character's race and blah, 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 whatever. I'm not even going to touch that. However, what I am going to talk about is Deadpool itself, okay? I know I'm going to get a lot of crap for this, but I think Deadpool is overrated. Wait, I know. A lot of people love this movie, and I think it was a great movie. I really do. It was entertaining. I get it, but I don't understand the level people put it up against. Some people really think that this movie was groundbreaking, that it was risky, and it changed the game. There's nothing about it that was game changing. I'm sorry. I don't know what people saw. Okay? It was a funny movie. I looked at Deadpool as the Naked Gun airplane of the superhero genre. It made fun of it. It was a joke. And I get that that's how his character was in the comics. I understand that. Fine. But that's what I put it in. I don't really take it seriously. I saw it as a comedy. To put it in the ranks of superhero movies as like the greats, I thought it was completely ridiculous. I'm sorry. And the fact that it started getting Oscar buzz right before last year's Academy Awards, this year's Academy Awards, was ridiculous. There was talks that, it might be nominated for Best Picture, that Ryan Reynolds was being nominated for Best Actor. What? I was like, this, and luckily it didn't happen. First of all, Ryan Reynolds, look, he was tailor-made to play Deadpool. He was perfect. All right, I get it. Yeah, he did great. He was perfect. Okay, but the facts are the facts. Ryan Reynolds was playing Ryan Reynolds. Have you seen Blade Trinity? Blade Trinity. Watch that movie. Okay, his character in that movie. It was the same thing. The same character. The exact same character. And I understand Deadpool was like that in the comics. He made fun of people and pop culture and all that stuff. I get it. Ryan Reynolds didn't do anything different from any other movies that he's played in. He plays the same character in like all his movies. So I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh, you're an idiot. Deadpool's a masterpiece. Whatever. And that's fine. Everyone has their opinions. Moving on. Ready Player One also was in San Diego Comic-Con and had a really nice panel. They released the trailer, which I reviewed last week, and I said in the trailer that it is my most anticipated movie of 2018. But there is a little concern, too. Now, without spoiling too much of the book, for those who haven't read it, in the book, and I know this is going to be hard for you guys to understand, but Spielberg's movies are mentioned a lot in Ready Player One, the book, because the movie references the 80s a lot, and Spielberg was a big part of the 80s. And Spielberg has said that he didn't want his movies involved in Ready Player One. And that's tricky because his movies were a big part of the book. So I'm wondering how much of that is true, or if he's just saying that just to throw us off. But it's interesting. So let's see how that plays out. Hopefully, I'm hoping that's not true. I'm hoping some of his movies make it in the movie, because I don't see how you can get around that as far as not referencing his movies when it comes to Ready Player One. So let's see how that plays out. But anyway, regardless, this movie is going to be sick, and I can't wait for it. So, all right, let's move on. This is my last topic. This movie here, the trailer dropped last week, and I've been looking forward for this for a very long time. It's called The Disaster Artist, and it's basically based on behind the scenes on what a lot of people consider the worst movie ever made, which is The Room. If you guys have not seen The Room, it stars Tommy Wiseau. He directed, starred, and wrote the movie. It is fantastic. And I mean fantastic as in it is so bad you won't believe what you're watching. Okay? I've gone back to scenes over and over and over again on this movie. And I can't stop laughing because it's so bad. You wonder, how was this ever made? It's unbelievable. And this movie has got The Room has a fan base. It has a little cult fan base. It's the movie. They show the movie all around the United States in certain theaters, and people go see it. So it has a following, and Tommy Wiseau has gotten fame off this awful movie. And now they're doing this movie, which is based off a book that one of the actors that starred in The Room wrote, and it's basically how the movie was made. And James Franco stars as Tommy Wiseau. Dave Franco's in it as well. Seth Rogen. It's a big cast, and I really cannot wait to see this movie. It's, believe it or not, my second most anticipated movie of 2017, behind Star Wars: The Last Jedi. I'm not playing. I am really looking forward for this movie. And rumor has it, it's already getting Oscar buzz. So it would be hilarious if this movie ends up being nominated for Best Picture at the Oscars and wins. The movie that's based off behind the scenes on the worst movie ever made wins Best Picture. I mean, that's amazing. That's beautiful. I love it. So let's see if that happens. And thanks a lot, guys, for joining me today. I'm going to try and do this show once a week, and continue doing my reviews on movies as well. So if you like what you see here, please like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I will be back.